So it's week 2 of the Cornet project, and we are rolling. Check it out. That thing cruising down the highway with AC blowing, 1,000 horsepower, 6-speed. Grabbing gears and drinking beers.
Drinking twos.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Justin will be drinking the beers.
Oh yeah, he'll drink the beers for you.
Yeah. Fuck man, this thing's super cool. Let me close the lid. Then I was able to find all the missing parts in the right color on eBay.
What? In the right color?
They're supposed to be the same color, so.
No way.
Yeah, how cool is that gonna be?
So cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Go for it. Moonshine in that trunk. Oh yeah. I love crusty critters. I think you paint cars for long enough, you just start to appreciate the rust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
This thing looks cool.
Alright, by the way, that hook could just look buckle in first thread. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Honestly, like. This looks like you were like, they were gonna film a Fast and the Furious movie and they went to some Mexican cornfield and pulled this thing out and put like new running gear under it.
It does, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Fast and the
This
Furious.
is Tretto's new car. Fast and the Furious 67,000. All right. We ready to talk about my Hornet? All right, so the other nights I had done a bunch of rust repair work on this car. I'm to the point now where I need to mini tub it because we got some big wheels. I am a Facebook Marketplace fanatic, right? If it's on Facebook Marketplace and I want it, I'm gonna find it. I wanted some really crazy offset, deep dish, 20-inch wheels, which are not as easy as you think to come by in a 3-piece for the old Dodge. I'm a huge fan of putting really modern wheels on old crusty cars, like the Nash Rod, that I had to do it again on this car. So this is what I came up with. They're an iForged 3-piece custom wheel. It's 20 by 10.5 in the front and 20 by 13 in the back. It's gonna have some meats on it.
I like your props.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta get them stuffed up in there so you can see the vision of everyone around me. Because everyone around me, every time I say, hey, I'm gonna get this wheel for this car, they think I'm crazy. They think like, man, this guy's out of his mind. And then we stuff them up in there and it all comes, you know, the vision comes to formation and, you know, people really start to love it. So
Everyone falls in love.
yeah, hopefully. I mean, I try and do things crazier than normal people would. You know, we could have went to Summit and bought some torque thrust and, you know, I'm just not beating that drum. I beat to a different kind of drum. So, yeah.
Let's do the metal work you did.
All right, let me open this door.
What's going on with this floor pan back here?
Yeah.
This trunk pan.
So, you buy the trunk pan for this car as a 1-piece trunk pan. Well, if you're only replacing the trunk pan and not the whole tail pan, you have to cut it in half in order to install it because it's too big to fit in the trunk. So I got that far and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm done for the night. Well, now it's about like 3:30 in the morning the other morning. So I got the passenger side floorboard in. It's tacked in. I'm going to do a little bit more welding and seam sealing when it comes time. But I'm waiting for our new transmission tunnel to come. We're using a TR6060 tranny. So this little automatic trans tunnel is not going to work. We're going to have to cut it out bigger. Once that gets here, we'll install that and I'll fully weld the floor pan in. One of the challenges of putting a TR6060 in old Dodge is the clutch hydraulics, the way the firewall and under dash is. Well, I reached out to this company, Under Dash Hydraulics, and they actually make a complete pedal kit with hydraulics and line and everything to do what we need to do. So it should make it really easy. Just got to spend the money.
That looks like a nice piece.
It is a nice piece. All right, everybody, it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm getting a late start on the old Cornet here. Okay, so I'm having a dilemma, or maybe an internal battle with myself, with the fitment. Okay, so we got some 305s and some 13 wides. We have a section width of about 13 inches here, as you can see. Like if I just kind of eyeball it, you know, 13, 12 and a half, 13 inches. Okay, so naturally these do not fit in the wheelhouse of the factory Cornet. But if I take my tape measure, right, and I measure, see if I can get this on camera. If I measure from the inside of the wheel well to the outside of the chrome trim, I got 14 inches. This here, 13 inches. 13 inches, 14 inches. Half inch each way works for me. Where I come into a problem where guys have to mini tub these, which would be to move this into the frame rail. I would take the tub and cut it and extend it to the frame rail and buy myself 3 inches. All good and dandy. Life would work that way. You know, allow me to tuck this 13-inch wide tire and wheel way up into this wheelhouse. But I would also have to move it in, you know, approximately 3 inches from the outside of the car, which gives it that goofy, like, tucked look. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to cut this outer wheelhouse out, and I'm going to use the trailer fenders I have upstairs, and I'm going to make them fit to where they're flat and butt up against this quarter panel, because this piece here is rusted out and needs replaced anyways. So that to me makes more sense for the fitment that I want on this car, because, you know, as you can see, my tires are already rubbing here when I get down, and I want to be lower than that. I want to be up into here, or at least have the ability to be, with all the suspension that we're doing. So rather than handicapping myself like this outer wheel tub and have to mini tub it unnecessarily and getting a goofy narrow rear end look, I want it to be wide and beefy as I can be. So I'm going to cut this wheelhouse here out and replace it. I think with the trailer fender, I'll do some measurements. It might be easier just to use some flat steel and butt it up against here and seam seal it and spot weld it maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I don't like doing things traditionally. I mean, we got some 20 by 13s with some 305s for this bad boy. You know, we got some meats, and I don't want it to look goofy, so yeah, let's see how this looks. I got the radiator support brace put up there. I got it kind of overly tacked in there. I'm gonna weld it a little bit more before it's over, but I mean, this puts a pretty good piece of metal up here. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just grind it down and let it kind of rust, so it looks like it's been here a while, and it'll look cool with the blue contrast behind it. So I mean, obviously it's not a factory piece, but and then we got our grill support bracket here all done. I mean, this thing's just so much beefier just with a little bit of welding I've done. I mean, you know, I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna clamp all that down and straighten that out. I'll stitch that all on there, and this thing will be freaking bulletproof. So I'm excited where this project's going here. I feel like I brought a knife to a bazooka fight.
I wouldn't call that a knife. Where's your big knife?
No, it's out there. I don't know that it would be the right one for this task, but it'd be a lot more fun.
Yeah, it'd be a lot cooler.
Yeah. Holy cow. They weren't messing around when they shipped this bad boy.
It's no kidding.
Alright, let's go see what it looks like. Hopefully the color's close. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. So this bad boy is gonna go right here.
Oh wow, that looks like it was off this car.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I even got a bumper that's kind of got crashed over here coming.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Trying to keep it authentic. Coming up next on this project, we're gonna get the K-member, the new K-member and rear suspension installed. It should be here any day now, so that's gonna be the next step for this here, and then we'll finish the rust repair. Stay tuned.